I'm Dick Olsen, Richard Olsen. I'm an artist coming down from the south from Milwaukee and Wisconsin after years of living as a young person with Danish heritage, with Czechoslovakian heritage. I had become a wrestler in the University of Wisconsin, in the Big Ten, and in the work I make, the wrestling to get an image is in it. It's an undertone of everything I do about painting. In a painting, the ability to not grab, but to maintain control of the image and to eventually achieve control is what every painting is about. So wrestling is an undertone of the whole show. Also, another undertone is the helicopter experience I flew in Vietnam. And this helicopter was an H-21 designed for the Arctic. And we were sent over to the Republic of South Vietnam to defend President Diem while he was in trouble from being overtaken by terrorists in this countryside, the Buddhist countryside. And I was in a helicopter company in Fort Ord with my twin brother, and we had 20 helicopters in the 33rd Transportation Company. And from there we were sent by President Kennedy into the Republic of Vietnam to help President Diem defend his republic against the communist takeover from the north after the French War, with Ho Chi Minh in the north. When we came to Vietnam, I was officer in charge of enlisted men and some maintenance officers, pilots, with 20 helicopters on top of the aircraft carrier. As we came to Vietnam in the port of the river, going to Hanoi, a message was tapped out to Ho Chi Minh in the north that Henderson's Cowboys have landed, which was our company commander, Major Henderson. So they had already known we were coming to the aid of the president. There were other helicopter companies in the country at the time. And this helicopter was not designed for the tropics. It was designed in 1948 for the Arctic, with the Russian threat coming over the polar region. Meanwhile, it was a double rotor system, and what's important is, as a pilot, two pilots flying it here in the front. Over here at the cargo door was the crew chief who lived with the helicopter. On the other side was another rescue door, which was designed to rescue people with a pulley and a hoist to pull them out of danger in the ocean or somewhere else. Or there were sling load capability of carrying trucks, cars under the helicopter. But this was converted in Vietnam when we got there. So this is where the troops loaded into, the South Vietnamese troops. And on the other side of this fuselage was our door gunner, which we fashioned a machine gun on the door. It was a rudimentary organization of equipment that we went into the war with. And we were to support the South Vietnamese army as they tried to attack and defend villages that were being taken over by the Viet Cong. The idea of this door is a symbol in my work. It is a Gothic arch, and we could look over at the other side of the room here and see a Gothic arch, and it stands for everything. It stands for this entry into the helicopter of the young soldier turning into a man instantly, and the exit would be into a combat zone, a combat area with death and the unknown in front of him and the enemy also.